Game 4 Eastern Conference Finals, Celtics and the Heat, 8:30 Eastern on TNT. The Heat favored by 1.5. Reggie Miller will be on the call with Kevin Harlan coming up tonight. Reg joins us on the program. We'll get to that coming up in a moment. Your takeaway from the Lakers and the Nuggets is what?
I think people all season long, especially in these postseason playoffs, have underestimated how good Denver was. We wanted to find those other shiny objects like Phoenix, like the Lakers, like Golden State. And the prettiest girl was always standing right in front of us the whole time, and that's Denver. I think Jokic proved why he was a back-to-back MVP. And I think Jamal Murray showed that his bubble performances in Orlando a couple of years ago weren't a fluke. And hopefully there are young players out there that are suffering or have had setbacks like Jamal Murray had with, the ACL tear, and shows that you can come back from those type of events and still play at a very high level. Well coached. They're deeper than most teams. Again, we weren't expecting this, but they've been there all along, Theodore.
Well, maybe we weren't expecting it. I don't know if people were hoping for it. So it's almost like you have to begrudgingly say, Denver's a better team. And the Joker's the best player in the game right now, at least playing at a this kind of level there. But it's still the Lakers, and the Lakers will always get attention, win or lose. And then LeBron gave us that nugget at the end of the game where he's like, I got to think about this. I don't know about coming back. What is he saying there, Reg?
Well, first of all, I think it's unfortunate because we should be, and I know we started off talking about Denver. It takes away from their shine because that's all the talk in that series. And after Game 4 was LeBron may retire, which he is not. He was an assist away from a triple-double. He is owed 45 next season and 50 the following year. He's not walking away from that. But here's the talk. And I get it, the greatest player of his generation, but he's not going anywhere, people. So relax. Do they have to make roster moves? Obviously, it's the Lakers. They always do. They made a major one during All-Star Weekend that got them to this place in the conference finals. But he's not going anywhere, Theodore, in my opinion.
But there's something attached to this, Reg. Right?
I think the emotions of being swept. And he came out and said, this is the best team I've faced while in a Laker uniform.
Yeah.
Okay? These are emotions coming up. It's difficult. When you are part of a Final Four situation, you are one step away. And this is a guy in LeBron James who's been to the finals, 10, 11 times? And he's part of the Final Four. You're one of 4 teams getting ready to play for the ultimate prize. And they had an unbelievable comeback in Game 1, but came up short. Led most of the game in Game 2 until Jamal Murray got hot. You had 2 chances to capture home court advantage. You lose both of them, and then Denver just put it on them in Game 3, and you had a chance to win Game 4. But again, up 15, LeBron has 30 in the first half, but they just didn't have enough. Yeah. Those are emotions surfacing, and that's when you hear, I got to think about things. And then now Twitter goes crazy. Oh, my goodness, LeBron is retiring. He's not retiring. He's just pondering. How about that? He's pondering moving forward. He's not thinking about retirement. He's just pondering his basketball career.
But if you're thinking about retiring, then retire. That's the saying.
But he's not going to retire.
Okay, but that's why I'm thinking there's more. I understand in the moment, we just got swept. People are going to attach this to my legacy that Michael never got swept. I mean, he knows what's happening here.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Michael did get swept by Boston twice.
Oh, but that was. They played a 5-game series and they lost those 3 games.
No, he's never been swept in a best-of-7 series. But the great Larry Bird was swept in a best of 7 against the Bucks.
I know, but nobody brings those things up.
Right. Magic Johnson, it happened twice in the best of 7 series in the NBA Finals.
Yep.
In the NBA Finals, Magic was swept twice. So stop saying, oh my goodness, LeBron, he got swept. It happens to the greatest of great.
Okay. Do you think LeBron wants Kyrie to play for the Lakers?
Well, of course. I'm sure he does.
Do you think Kyrie will play for the Lakers next season?
I do not.
Because?
I think Mark Cuban is going to go to Kyrie with a huge suitcase and open it up, and he's going to say, where do I sign? I just think there might have been an under-the-table handshake between Cuban and management and Kyrie's team.
Do you think that is a smart move for the Mavericks?
Well, they got to try to do something to keep Luka happy, because Luka could be walking out the door as well in a couple of years.
But they should have done nothing before and not traded those players away. It felt like they had complementary players for Luka.
They did.
And I thought it made them a better team because they knew their roles.
Well, certainly defensively it made them better. Case in point,
why
they were in the conference finals last season versus Golden State, and what they did against Phoenix and, drubbing them in Game 7 on the road. But Kyrie is one of those players you can't take your eyes off. The problem is both of them don't play any defense. And those complementary players, can they find some of those to surround them with?
Yeah.
Right?
We're talking to Reggie Miller, Hall of Famer. He'll be on the call tonight, 8:30 Eastern on TNT. Who gets the blame in Boston?
I think there's enough of it to go around. Here, I'm going to applaud Coach Mazzulla. He fell on the sword in his post-game presser. You saw that. I didn't have my team ready to play.
But what does that mean, Reg?
Exactly. And here's the thing. When I saw that and I'm looking at that, that is not your job to get Reggie Miller ready to play. That's my job. I've got to get myself ready to play. Players need to start looking themselves in the mirror. I applaud Coach for falling on the sword, for taking the brunt of it. He's 34 years old. He's probably trying to gain some friction in that locker room, right? Trying to get these guys to, buy in. I'll take the hit for this. But these dudes need to look in the mirror, Theodore. Brown, Tatum, and I love Jason Tatum. These dudes, you look at the numbers. As a team, they're shooting 29% from 3. They're Jaylen Brown's 2 of 20 from 3. Look in the mirror, gentlemen. Look in the mirror.
But I don't know how you disappear the way Jason Tatum does sometimes. Like, he's there and he's unbelievable. And then there are times when you go, hey, he didn't even take a shot in the fourth quarter. Like, I don't understand how his mind works.
But also, too, I'm going to give credit to Miami and Miami's defense. They are changing a lot of things. They're going from zone, boxing ones, man. They're dropping on them. They're going under. They're showing him a lot of coverage. Okay. And let's not forget, he's 25, 24, 25.
Yeah.
So as great as he's been up to this point, 4th in MVP voting, he's still a young player. And, yes, he can give you numbers, but at other times, he goes south. But I believe that the Celtics, though, look, it can't get any worse than it was in Game 3, right? They can't play anything. So I feel they're going to give better effort. I just think the Heat are just on another level right now. And after witnessing what Denver did last night, they kind of want to be on same footing with them going into the NBA Finals. I think it's a better game tonight, better effort by Boston. I just think Miami is just so locked in right now.
Who does Jimmy Butler remind you of?
Kind of reminds me of that Black Cat a little bit. He has that attitude.
No, he reminds me of you.
Me?
Yes, because regular season, he'll get you 18, 19 a game. Postseason, he just kind of cranks it up a notch, has another level.
In terms of that, yes. look, I just looked at the season in the big picture. There were certain games during the regular season, maybe 10 or so, that you get up for that are big. But in whole, you just want to be playing well, build chemistry. Numbers really didn't matter for me. But postseason, give me the ball and let's go to work. And I always try to build up my fitness towards the second half of the year. And I think the Heat culture is somewhat like that, but Jimmy is like that. Jimmy, it's all about performing when the lights and the stage is the brightest and the biggest. And to me, it's his supporting cast. These dudes would die. They would run through brick wall for him. And that's what I love seeing the supporting cast thrive off of what Jimmy Butler and how he sets them up and how they support him. It's just a great. You see that a little bit with Denver too. Brown, Aaron Gordon, KCP. The way they play off of Jokic and Murray, they understand their roles. We know what we're here to do. You guys get us there. We'll do our little bit, but when it's time to win a ball game, Jokic, Murray, do it for us. Jimmy Butler, Bam, do it for us.
Tyler Hero, is he available for the NBA Finals? Do you know any update yet?
I know the cast is off. He has not been shooting at all. Coach Spoelstra said he's shooting a lot of left-hand free throws. He's still conditioning because obviously it's just the hand. If they get there, I wouldn't be surprised if he can play spot minutes. But to me, I think that would kind of mess up their chemistry. They are so locked in with this rotation now. The question tonight will be the availability of Kevin Love. He only played 5 minutes. He went out with that ankle or calf injury. Is he fine to play tonight? Can he play his normal minutes? Because they're down bodies. Hero, Oladipo, and right now they're in a good 9-man rotation. If you take Love out the rotation tonight, or for some reason, there's not enough serviceable bodies for Eric Spoelstra. Caleb Martin, I mean, these undrafted players are just playing out of their minds right now. Out of their minds.
How dangerous is Miami as a city for an NBA player?
Well, I'm sure it's won a lot of games for them, right?
Did you ever suffer from the Miami?
South Beach is undefeated.
Did you ever suffer from the Miami flu? Did you ever have that, Reg?
Once, I think maybe I had that. But I was injured coming to, I'll tell you when it was. It was the return of Michael Jordan. That game, I'm back. His first game back in Indiana, when we beat them, by the way. And I got hurt down the stretch of that game, but it was a back-to-back for us. And the next game was in Florida. And I said it was the injury that occurred in that Chicago game. But South Beach won.
We brought this up. Whose career would you want to have? Marv, do you remember what it was? Andre Iguodala and who was
Christian Laettner or Carmelo Anthony?
Oh, Carmelo Anthony or Andre Iguodala's career?
Wow.
Finals MVP, couple of titles, not an all-star, maybe a one-time all-star. Melo's got a lot of points.
Okay, now remember, Hall of Fame includes college. So Carmelo, championship at Syracuse.
Yeah.
Top 10 scorer of all time.
Yeah.
10 plus all-stars. I believe 3 or 4 gold medals.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with Carmelo Anthony.
Okay. 4 gold medals. Okay.
4 gold medals.
All right.
I'm rolling with Carmelo.
Carmelo or Christian Laettner?
Carmelo Anthony.
Okay. All right. A little bit of a pause there.
Well, Laettner won 2 at Duke, right?
Yeah. Went to 4 Final Fours.
Gold medal, the original Dream Team.
Yeah.
So that's huge. It was good in the pros. Not great, well, just good, right?
He played a long time.
Is he? He's not in the Hall yet.
No.
Is he?
No.
I would think he should be in the Hall, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, he's going in for his college career.
No. He should
Yes.
go in. Don't you think he should go in the NBA Hall of Fame?
Well, no, it's the college. It's the Naismith Hall of Fame.
Certainly he's in the College Hall of Fame, but don't you think he needs to be in Naismith
No,
Hall of Fame?
that's the only one. Yeah, yes, of course. There might be a college basketball Hall of Fame, but nobody talks about that. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame.
But he's been out of the game for a while. The question is, why hasn't he been up for induction?
I don't know. I was wondering that. That you would think he's probably one of the 5 greatest college basketball players of all time.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kareem, Walton.
Yeah.
Alvin Hayes. Would you put Alvin Hayes as one of the greatest?
No.
Okay.
How about Patrick Ewing?
Yes. Patrick Ewing. Do you put MJ in there?
Well, remember when ESPN had their experts rank the college basketball player of all time the last 50 years, and they voted Michael Jordan, which I was disappointed, embarrassed for some people to say that they thought Worthy was the best player on that team at that time.
That's true.
So
that is true. Worthy was.
Mike
on that team.
Yeah.
On that team, did Worthy have a better career than MJ at North Carolina? Because they both left after their junior year, right? Because Worthy went to the pros after that championship versus Georgetown, right?
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty close.
It's close in terms of who was the greater Tar Heel between Worthy. Okay, so if it's that close, then I think you would have to put Jordan as one of the top 5 to 10 greatest college players.
No.
Well, who else are you putting on there?
Well, I'd have to figure that out.
Oh, well, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Whose college career would you rather have? Michael Jordan or Tyler Hansbrough? College career. I
don't know if Hansbrough has a title. I think he does. So I'm going to say Tyler Hansbrough's college career. Now, he was at North Carolina, I think, 7 years. So, but Hansbrough is the all-time leading scorer in ACC history.
Yeah.
And you got a title. So if I just do the college, Mike had the shot to win a title. That's big. But Keith Smart had a shot to win a title too for
True.
Indiana.
Hansbrough does have a title at Carolina.
I think so. Marv, does Hansbrough have a title?
2009, yes.
Yeah, 2009, yeah. Okay, so who would you take?
So you're saying you're taking Hansbrough over MJ
in college?
Man, what's in your mug down there? What is in that mug?
You're still afraid. You're still afraid of Jordan. You're still afraid.
What is in your mug?
He's not in your room. He's not going to get. He already doesn't like it. Mike doesn't like you anyway. So Tyler Hansbrough had a better college career than Michael Jordan.
So if that's the case, then Christian Laettner had a better college career than Michael Jordan too.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm not quite rolling with that.
Christian Laettner was a better college player than Michael Jordan. Free your mind, the rest will follow.
Okay.
Come on, don't be afraid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait till after the show when you guys post all your clips, because that's when you get, when we get to hear from the real people.
Oh, yeah.
These comments.
Oh, I know. I know Mike's the greatest player of all time, but if I just said this career versus this career, and I didn't attach any names, you would go, well, that guy's the all-time leading scorer in ACC history. He won a title. That guy, great player, second best player on his team for a little while, and hit one of the biggest shots.
But now remember, Mike left after his junior year, right?
Yeah.
He stayed 2 more years after the shot his freshman year, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
And Hansbrough was there 12 years. Like
he was. Right?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
How about we give Tyler Hansbrough his flowers for a change, Reg?
I'm giving him. Who came up with the question?
What?
I'm giving him his flowers on the show, right?
Yeah, but you just
I
yelled
put
at
him
me
in
and
the
said
same. I am putting him in the same breath as Michael Jordan.
you just wanted to know what I was drinking or smoking.
It's very valid. Very valid.
It's medicinal.
Okay.
It's medicinal. If you get a chance to put in Al Horford, future Hall of Famer, that'll be okay. Better career. Al Horford.
2 titles at Florida.
Christian Laettner.
Christian Laettner.
Okay. Tyler Hansbrough, Al Horford.
See, now here we go. That's very close. Now that to me is very close.
Better career, Tyler Hansbrough in college or you?
Well, he has the championship.
He's got the chip.
He's got the chip.
Yeah.
But if you took away the chip, I'd take my numbers, my 4 years versus his 4 years any day. If you take away the chip.
Okay, but we can't.
You can't.
We can't.
So Tyler Hansbrough.
Yes, Paulie.
I have Reggie's college numbers. Junior year, 26 a game. Senior year, 23 a game.
Yeah.
And in his junior year, there was no three-point line. Is that right, Reg?
That's right. It didn't come until my senior year. So imagine if I would have had a three-point line my junior year, I would have averaged 35 a game.
You would average 27 a game. They wouldn't have they wouldn't have let you shoot that.
Abdul Rahman, better known as Walt Hazard, would have let it fly, baby.
Have fun tonight.
Thank you, Theodore Dennis. Love y'all.
Reggie Miller be on the call. Game 4 Eastern Conference Finals. Celtics Heat. That's 8:30 Eastern on TNT. We'll close up shop. Last call for phone calls after this.